Hey everybody, I'm going to be going over my Argostar Ashtra deck. So essentially what it is 3 Mikumari, 3 Akasuna, 3 Yoa, 1 Kazuha, 3 Argostar's Glorious Ashtra, 3 Fraudulous Harmonia, 3 Ash Blossom Glorious Spring, 3 Ghost Dawn Haunted Mansion, 3 Argostar Giant Flying, 1 Home Stadium, 1 Reinforcements of the Army, 1 Call by the Grave, 1 Crossout Designator, 1 Angel Statue Azarin, 1 Anguish or Statue of Anguish Pattern, 1 Ashtra Divine Domain, 1 Ashtra Cursed War, 1 Ashtra Insect Poison, 1 Argostar Lightning Taidu, 1 Argostar Slayer Edio, and 1 Argostar Swift Capane, and 3 Infinite Impermanence. For the extra deck, you're running 1 Soul Hat Rabbit, 1 IP Masquerade, 1 SP Little Knight, 1 McKnight Steve Gavermax, 1 Underworld Goddess, 1 Time Thief Redoer, 1 Argostar's Adventurous Arion, 1 Divine Arsenal Double E Zeus Sky Thunder, 1 Centurion Legacia, 1 Psychic End Punisher, 1 Soul Supreme Sovereign Changing, 1 Ashtra Susano, 1 Ashtra Mikumari, another Mikumari with the extra deck 1 Malong, and 1 Wind Pegasus Adagnisted. And for the side deck, we're running 3 Molter Follows, 3 Effect Veiler, 2 Droll and Lockbird, 1 Solemn Judgment, 3 Solemn Accusation, and 3 Forbidding Crown. And for the combos, this is what happens if we brick. So this is bricking. Let's say we brick, right? Angel Statue Pattern. We essentially don't get a good hand right here, right? We set 4, man. We set 4. This is a bad hand. Pop 1. This is a bad hand, though. This is terrible, actually. Why we have Time Thief Redoer. And Fraudulous Harmonia essentially hits there. And then we just go Psychic End and finish the game. That's if we brick. But this is if we don't brick. These are like, let's say we get Glorious Ashtra and either Akasuna or Mikumari are essentially the best cards that you could get in the entire deck. That's if we didn't draw anything. The first combo was if we didn't draw anything. You're probably just like, this deck sucks off of the first combo. The first combo, the worst hand you could possibly get. One of the worst. I love Fraudulous Harmonia, man. Get rid of 2 monsters, get Gumari right here, banish 1. And then that's just essentially game. And then we attack, we could go into Zeus. And then we could essentially go Legacia, draw 1, and then we could pop them. turn too. You could also go into rank 8 here. So rank 8s are, I had TJ Wonder Magician, I took it out. But, I don't really like TJ Wonder Magician in this deck. Or TG. Yeah, that's essentially a game. And then that's combo number 1, this is combo number 2. One of the best hands you could possibly get is this. This is actually a really messed up hand. You can go at Anguish Statue Pattern right here for the combo, and you essentially get like a bunch of, you get essentially 2 pops. You get 2 interruptions or 2 pops during their turn. Because... But no, Ashtra does really well with Argostars. Incredibly well, actually. And then we go IP and we can go into like McKnight Crusade Avermax or something during that turn. I think we're on combo 3. Are we on combo 3? Yeah, we're on combo 3. As I said, this is usually like the standard of what you want to do is lead with Glorious Ashtra with Mikumari, because those are like the 2 best cards in the deck, in my opinion. Because they go full combo. And then your opponent has to interrupt 1, and then even like going full Ashtra combo, you could essentially sub it in with like whatever you want. So this, you could go IP right here. And cool thing is, let me explain the board. We could essentially go, what's it called? 1 special summon negate, and then we could essentially underworld them, or we can go McKnight Crusade Avermax where we cannot be targeted, always stronger. And then we could also protect our, what's it called? We could protect our back or our home stadium with this, or we could special summon Mikumari, reset Divine Domain with Mikumari, since we have both Mikumaris on here, and then we could essentially go from there, facilitate a great game right here. Point is, McKnight Crusade Avermax. We could also go SP Low Knight there. There's like so many lines we could do, and this deck does not. You could go so many lines in this deck. And then we go Time Thief. Oh, we could go Time Thief. Yeah, we're gonna go Time Thief. Yeah, Time Thief right here, and then you could also bounce one. But we're gonna go into Zeus here. But point is, the best way I could put it is whenever I have IP and Soul Hat Rabbit, we want to go down different lines. So we could go SP Little Knight or Underworld Goddess. They're essentially like, well, I could go down this line or this line. And with Fraudulous Harmonia, we can either go down Milan or Wind Pegasus. It's not like a straightforward line that you go down whenever you're playing this deck. And then, I guess, sometimes you do make Psychic End, Legacia. There's times where you do make Sword Soul Chain-Yin, you can make Chain-Yin. And then there's also, that's essentially the point of the deck. And then everything else you just use. Is combo number 4. This deck does run a bunch of hand traps. It is a hand trap deck, so it's going to hand trap a lot, actually. And we have Divine Domain to essentially protect ourselves from Heartbeat's other Duster. So we have a Bounce one, Special Summon, we have a Pop, every single time you do a, what's it called? You summon a Trap Monster, you Bounce one, and then this is also a Trap Monster. So this is Special Summon Pop 1, this is Special Summon Pop 2. So it's just like, I have this out, and then I can essentially Bounce one, and then Pop one, so this is like 2 interruptions, this is 1 interruption, and then I could also go into, how many pops is this? This is like 4 pops right here, if I remember correctly, and then this is called 5. So, that's why Anguish Statue Pattern is here, is to essentially do that. This is what I mean, Divine Domain, go into this, Pop 1. We could have went Yugioh, or, no, I think you have to have, like, an Argostar with Yugioh. Point is... Point is, we got, like, a lot of cards that we could essentially do right here, that we could essentially pop. Get out? That's what I mean. So, like, Anguish Statue Pattern is essentially for, like, the current game and just destroying your cards. And then we essentially just go, IP Masquerena. If they're, like, going right here, we go Mech Knight Crusade Avrax, Underworld, or SP. Point is, as I said, we are not going down linear combo lines here. And then same thing with Harmonia, we either go Malong or Wind Pegasus. And then everything else here we just use. It just branches off different lines. I like this deck because it doesn't go down like one singular line sometimes. You don't have to go down like one singular line. And this is the super crap deck. Why are you targeting me? This is if we're like playing it like super crap heavy. No, negate. Oh my. Why are you attacking me? Cool thing is with Ghost Bell and Ash Blossom, what we can do here is essentially, and then we just go down to this. This is really good. Star Slayer's Typhon would probably be good in this deck. I'm not sure. I really have to think about it. This is not versus a player. If I'm playing like versus a player, I'm just waiting for this to get essentially into the TCG so I can test this versus players, because this is an OCG deck. I could play Going Book or stuff like that, but this is just like building decks, man. This is just for fun. Essentially, this is the deck. If you guys want to play it, here it is. You can sub out Wind Pegasus at Ignister for a rank 8, or you could sub it, because there's times where you do make rank 8s. And I guess you could sub it in for, you could sub in one of these cards for Star Slayer Typhon. Star Slayer Typhon's really good if you don't have like a really good hand, and then you only have one monster. And there's times where you do break in this deck where you're probably going to need that. But besides that, that's essentially the deck. Hope you guys enjoyed, and that is my Argostar Ashtra build.